Hey,
Hey,
y'all, what's going on out there? It's your boys from hopefully your favoriteest, most greatest wrestling podcast. That's right, it's the Section 8 Wrestling Podcast. I am Kills at Wills,
I am Billiam.
and we are here to give you our Raw recap for May 19th. And Billiam's going to lead us off with the SmackDown recap for May 16th. Haha.
Yeah, man. Oh,
Yeah. First
SmackDown
of
was
all,
a doozy.
how are you, my guy? Everything good?
Everything's good, doing well. Just getting through another work week, getting ready to hop into that Memorial Day weekend
Oh, yeah, good,
and
nice
then
long
Saturday
weekend.
night's main event this week. And
Whoop, whoop.
yeah, buddy,
There we go.
here
There
we
we go.
go.
Good
So,
man. Well,
SmackDown,
hit us with it. Smackdown.
SmackDown jumped off with Solo, uh, the new bloodline coming out, and Solo introducing the world to, I mean, real name Jeff Cobb, but it looks like he's going by JC Mateo.
JC Mateo. Okay.
And then Solo also took credit for Jacob Fatu retaining the title,
Of
which
course you
Jacob
did.
Fatu clearly did not take too kindly to that.
As you shouldn't.
So they were throwing words back and forth at each other, and LA Knight, of course, comes out and interrupts.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep, and it doesn't really go much after that. They just do another uh, jaw back and forth banter, so on
Yeah.
and so forth. Again, they're all great talkers. Jacob Fatu's just getting better and better, and his Bay Area is coming out more and more, which is fun to see. Being that we're
Yes.
two Bay Area boys, we like seeing that represented here.
Facts. Big
Uh,
facts.
yeah, so solid kick off to SmackDown with that Bloodline introduction,
Okay.
which takes us to the first Money in the Bank qualifying match. They started with the women, and the men are going to kick off, I believe, maybe tomorrow on SmackDown. Or sorry, Friday on SmackDown.
Okay.
So the first match was Mi Chin versus Chelsea Green versus the returning Alexa Bliss.
Oh boy. Miss.
Yeah. It's great to see Alexa Bliss back in the ring. It's been a while. I mean, she was in the Rumble, and I think she did a little something after that, but then she's kind of been off TV again since. So it's good to see her back in the ring. Michin's fine. I'm not the biggest fan of Michin, but she's solid. She moves good. She does really well. People like her, so good for her. And Chelsea Green is the former U.S. champion, so we know that she's great and does everything right that she does. So it's a great showing, but in the end, Alexa Bliss qualified for Money in the Bank.
There we go.
Yes,
Good job
sir.
with this. There we
Uh,
go.
I've always been an Alexa Bliss fan. I don't know about you.
Same, 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 same. Loved her when they attached her to the Fiend. I thought that was really dope. I mean, even before then, I
Mhm.
liked her so, and I just thought that her level of crazy matched his level of crazy at that time. So,
Oh, totally.
I've always had a liking for Alexa Bliss. So yeah, good for her. I'm glad.
Totally. I want to see if they're gonna do anything with her gimmick because she's kind of sitting like she's still in the Firefly Funhouse, but kind of back to how she used to be, but she still carry around the doll. So
And she's still doing Sister Abigail, I think
yeah,
is a finisher.
yeah,
So
I think she's probably gonna stick with that. That's probably gonna be her new finisher from now on, just out of respect and admiration for Bray. Uh,
hey, I'm Bray. Yeah, I get it. That's cool.
yeah. So after that takes us to a tag team match. You know, we love our tag teams.
Mhm.
Fraxium going up against DIY.
Okay.
In just regular tag team fashion. You know how these teams go. Fraxium is, I mean, DIY is quick and Fraxium is quicker.
Yeah.
So you blink and you'll miss a match featuring Fraxium, which I kind of did. But it was still all over the place, and Fraxium ended up picking up the win in just a
They're
fantastic.
hot. They're hot. They're moving.
Yeah.
They're moving. Did I see Ciampa shaved? Did I see him?
Yes, he's
Okay.
clean shaven now, and
Okay.
it's still getting a little used to. Like the first time we saw Triple H after he shaved his head,
God, God.
um, taking a little getting used to, and they still do reference it. The clean shaven Chomp Masa Champa, as they've been calling him the last couple weeks. But yeah, he's had that beard for a long time. After that, it takes us to backstage where Andrade was talking over to Ray Phoenix. Um, just chatting it up, and then Solo kind of burst in. He's looking for LA Knight because LA Knight interrupted him earlier, so now they have a little beef, and
There you go.
he's on the hunt for uh Mr. Yeah himself.
Mhm.
After that, takes us to the Street Profits confront Axiom backstage. And actually, because Axiom's been doing well since they debuted on SmackDown, they actually have a tag team title match against Street Profits next week on SmackDown.
Okay. Okay.
So Street Profits want to deliver that news personally. As
Okay.
a congratulations, welcome to SmackDown. We're gonna be the champs. So it's a
All
little
right.
thing.
There you
After
go.
that, actually, there was a lot of stuff. Weren't a lot of matches, but after that takes us to sit down with R-Truth. So R-Truth goes over his mindset on why he's doing what he's doing with John Cena and why he got
hmm
involved in the match.
hmm
Basically, it's turning out to be, I mean, as it should be, the John Cena Farewell Tour. So he's pretty much going to be facing all of his friends and who he wants to face up until December. So. With that, R-Truth uh, revealed that he's going up against John Cena non-title match at Saturday night's main event.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, so
Well,
it's R-Truth and John Cena's his hero, and he only believes in hustle, loyalty, and respect. And you should go back and check that out. It's like I
okay.
said, R-Truth is probably one of the greatest sports entertainer of all time.
I mean, for a dude he hasn't like legitimately wrestled in a while, it's just still really entertaining and just really just dives into that character.
Yeah, I feel like WWE's kind of giving him his flowers now at this point too. Like he had his WrestleMania match where he won with the Miz last year, year before like that. So he won championship match, blah blah blah, and now he's gonna go in his final run with John Cena on this feud, and he's just great, man.
Yeah.
Ever
Yeah.
since he was rolling with Road Dogg as K Quick back in the day, getting rowdy, uh, Ron Killings has been just fun to watch, and even
And
showed up. He was the only wrestler that I knew of in the movie The Wrestler. But he showed up in that too.
he's in that. There's a couple of was looking at the cast list recently because I was thinking about doing a little Kills Corner review about the wrestler just because we get
We should watch that together because I should
we
watch
could
it
do
again
that
too.
too. That'd be great. That'd be great. We'll
Wait
get
for
it
that.
for sure. I think there's a couple other people. I think like the cat's in there. A couple other people too,
Oh
but
yeah, I'd have to watch again. It's been a few years, but
same, same.
if you all haven't seen that movie about the wrestler, it's great. It's so good. Vince McMahon hated it because of how good it was, how like true it was to like the indies, basically.
My favorite, Grant, I haven't seen a whole lot of Mickey Rourke's my favorite Mickey Rourke character. My
Yep.
favorite Mickey Rourke performance. So it's
Mm.
really good. Sad. Be ready if y'all haven't
Oh yeah,
seen it. It's a sad movie, but
it's great.
good, good.
Great. Tangent. So back to Friday Night SmackDown. We find ourselves with Aleister Black going up against Carmelo Hayes once again. And
Okay.
just it ends how you think it's gonna end.
Yeah.
With Aleister Black coming up on top. But man, it's both of those guys are fun. Like
No.
Carmelo Hayes is great to watch. Aleister Black is Aleister Black. So solid showing there. After that, takes us to the another was it I don't. This actually might have been Money in the Bank match too. Solo Sikoa versus Ray Phoenix versus Jimmy Uso.
Okay. Okay.
Um, I don't know why I didn't write that down. I have a feeling that was Money in the Bank. I am so sorry. If it was, it wasn't. Either way, great triple threat match. Ray Phoenix is flying all over the place. Solo Sikoa is slowing him down, and Jimmy Uso is Big Jim
Yeah. Jimmy.
trying to find his way in the world.
Right.
Solo comes out on top in the end, and LA Knight comes back out to face the new Bloodline, and they start fighting up for a while.
Okay.
That sparks a match. So after that, LA Knight actually had a match with JC Mateo. So you actually got to see what he can do in the ring, and boy,
Okay.
he's scary.
Okay.
He is impressive. He
Okay.
was LA Knight is not a small man. He was throwing LA Knight all over the place and these
Right.
crazy suplexes and throws that we have seen him do in his past lives.
Okay.
So that might be one you want to check out too.
Okay, for
Uh,
sure.
just
For
go catch
sure.
some clips. JC Mateo again is what they're calling him now. So he ends up picking up the win in an impressive debut against LA Knights.
All right.
After that, we see, I believe Charlotte was in the back.
The Queen.
So Charlotte was on TV again.
Okay.
Um, stand and out of the general manager's office, is Julia. Julia's officially on the SmackDown roster.
Now, okay.
So they split up Julia and Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez is getting very comfortable on Monday Night Raw, which is okay with me. So they
She
put
is
Julia
indeed.
on SmackDown. She can hold her own, and we will see. She's going to be in the Money in the Bank qualifying match on Friday Night SmackDown.
Okay. All
So
right. There we
because
go.
we haven't really seen her much, she was in the tag team match with Roxanne Perez.
Right.
But other than that, it was just she was involved in run-ins with hair flying and whatnot. So
Right.
this will be her first official match on the main roster. So
All right.
that should be great. Which takes us to the main event, which was Tiffany Stratton, Miss Tiffy time, defending her title against Nia Jax, who is
Oh
cashing in
boy. Oh
her
boy.
rematch clause. It's it's everything you think it's gonna be. It's Nia Jax showing her man, she's hitting moves on I don't know, just in real life how Tiffany Stratton is taking these moves and getting back up. But they brawl, they go at it, and Tiffany Stratton ends up retaining her title.
Woo. Woo. Tiffy time is real time.
Tiffy is holding onto that belt tight.
Yeah,
She's
man.
not letting go, which is fine with me. But again,
Yeah.
go back. This is another one match to watch. It was main event for a good reason.
Okay.
Nia Jax is hitting crazy stuff. Tiffany Stratton's hitting crazy stuff and taking bumps, and it was a good, almost David and Goliath kind of match. It was real good.
Nice.
So
Nice.
that was a great way to cap off SmackDown.
All right. All in all, sounds like a good show.
Solid.
That was great. Cool, cool. Well, we're not going to waste any time. We'll get right into Monday Night Raw, which was live from Greenville, South Carolina.
Mhm.
Started with a small recap of the whole Rollins Punk situation. For those that don't know, it's a whole Rollins Punk Zayn thing, just pretty much building up that hype for the Saturday night main event match, which is going to be CM Punk and Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. So, just a little recap of how they got here, and that's going to be some good tag match in there. But we start with a Logan Paul promo. Logan Paul's coming out stating facts. I've knocked out Jey Uso a couple times, facts, and this and that. And then Gunther comes out, and Gunther has a real cold line when he's like, "Ask Pat what I do to non-wrestlers."
Mhm. Yeah,
Really good. Gunther in his kind of bully bag again, which I like to see.
I dig
Uh,
it.
little weird. I wonder about the that matchup because it's that'd be kind of like heel against heel if it's Gunther and Logan Paul.
Hmm.
But I mean, I think that people hate Logan Paul enough that no matter who Logan Paul fights,
True,
it's he's going to be the heel.
true,
Uh,
and I think people respect. I'm assuming after the Pat McAfee match where he kind of nodded to Pat after the match and shook his hand. I think people kind of respect Gunther now, and they're kind of to turn it so it might be his feud is over with Jey Uso, so he might be kind of more turning face in a way, but we'll see. But I mean, like you said, people hate Logan Paul so much that they're gonna root for anybody against Logan Paul.
Right. He even said as much in the ring. Gunther's like, I respect to Pat. He's like, but you, like you, this is a business to you. This is personal. And if you beat Jey Uso, I'm gonna take that personally because I need to beat him. I need my revenge. So I thought that was a really good promo by Gunther, actually. And then turn around Jey Uso, gets him with the super kick.
Yep. I
Takes
got
Logan
his
Paul
on.
out.
Mhm.
So great, great. Getting some build up for whatever that's going to be. Building that hype for the Jey Uso, the big Jey Uso Logan Paul championship match,
It's
which will be
Saturday.
the main event.
Yeah,
Then,
and real quick, I don't know if you caught, but Logan Paul saying facts, facts, facts in his promo, and later on, Paul Heyman was also saying facts, facts, facts. And I don't know if we said it on pod or not, but I was saying there's got to be another man in this faction, and I'm thinking it might be Logan Paul to join up with Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman and Braun Breaker, but we'll see.
we'll
That is
see.
just speculation that I heard. I did not come up with that. I heard it on the Raw Recap podcast.
Okay.
Shout out Sam Roberts.
Shout out, shout out, shout out.
You know, they're the big Raw podcast out there. But yeah, so I was like, oh, that was something good to pick up. So
I could see that. I could see that. Then we got the official news earlier in the day. Roxanne Perez is an official Raw member. She signed her contract earlier that day. So Roxanne Perez is officially on Raw, the Prodigy on Raw, which is always great.
hmm
Which takes us to our first match of the night. It was Penta and AJ Styles versus the Judgment Day, and that is JD McDonough and Finn Balor. Um,
Good.
Pretty interesting how there was a Penta entrance, and then we cut to that Paul Heyman promo, like
Mhm.
right after that entrance, knowing we had three other people coming out. So I thought that was interesting how they're kind of rolling through
They've been doing
that.
that a lot lately,
Yeah,
where
it's
they're getting more stuff in while still giving people like entrances and stuff, but like off TV and but I don't know.
the old schoolist in me doesn't like it. The traditionalist in me doesn't like it, but new day, new way, I guess. So,
Yeah.
is what it is. And that was we did get that Paul Heyman, fax promo talking to Jey Uso, like, just kind of reminding him, like, Seth Rollins is gonna be the guy, no matter what you do. Just reminding him and you'll throw it in there, don't get the coffee. Paul Heyman just in his bag, just doing
Okay.
whatever. But then, man, you want to talk about again, we love our tag team wrestling. You want to talk about four dudes that go out there and put on shows.
Yeah.
Penta, AJ Styles, JD McDonough, and Finn Balor, all four of these gentlemen, very phenomenal.
hmm Pun
That's
intended.
not a pun, but yeah.
Yeah.
Man, the more I watch AJ Styles, the more I wish I watched AJ Styles more because I love watching him wrestle. He's
Yeah.
so much fun. Him and Penta got really great pops. Um, Judgment Day gets the win with another assist from El Grande Americano. He pops up again and uses the old, metal in the metal
The mask.
in the mask.
Mhm.
Um, Favorite move of the match, the Mexican Destroyer done out of the ring on JD McDonough,
Yeah.
off the steps. Just really great, man.
Yeah, and the bumps that JD McDonough takes, like he's another one of those like underrated guys that he will work and he will sell for others and he does it really well.
Yeah, yeah. He's really good at setting up his opponent, making him really look great, and he's got some good moves as well, man.
Oh yeah.
Uh, I
And it,
still, I still just wonder. I think we're still seeing the final days of Finn Balor and Judgment Day, and
yeah.
we'll get to kind of that
Yeah,
a little
because if
later.
if you noticed, it's the second match in a row where Judgment Day was involved and Dominic Mysterio was not out there with them.
Correct, correct. Yeah. So there's things brewing
Mhm.
inside the old Judgment Day. Then we had this really cool moment where we started with an EO Sky interview that Becky Lynch interrupted that led into the Becky Lynch entrance, like kind of watching her walk through Gorilla with the camera.
I love that. That's
That
one
was
of the new
neat.
things that they do
That
now.
was
I love
really
when
neat.
they do
Yeah. That was really, really neat. The traditionalist in me likes that a little more because it just adds another little pop to the entrance.
that.
Just coming through the back and I just thought it was real seamless how she comes up the interview, then just walks and comes out. I thought it
Camera
was really,
follows her all the way through a gorilla, all the way through the curtain, and yeah, it's
yeah.
it's really cool. I love how they do that.
Very, very neat. That led us to our first, at least as far as Raw goes, the first women's Money in the Bank qualifying match, which was Becky Lynch against Natalia against Roxanne Perez.
Mhm.
And my very first thought was, um, why is Natalia in this match? But that's neither here nor there. That's no knock to Natalia, but it's one of those things where it's like Natalia's not going to win.
No, but it's funny because my wife walked in around the same time, and she knows Natty because she used to watch Total Divas. So,
Mhm.
she was like, "Oh, Natty still works there." I'm like, I'm sure a lot of people had that same thing.
Mhm.
She's there because they needed a third body.
Correct. Correct.
It's because I mean she's been there so long, and
Hall
it's
of Famer. She's been there a long time. She's there to help, help move things along, help
yeah.
sell some stuff, help to let Roxanne Perez stretch her legs out,
Yeah,
do some
so
stuff.
they needed another body who wasn't in the main title picture currently. So that's how you got Natalia in this one, and then the next match Zoe Stark and a returning Kairi Sane. Uh,
Right.
but yeah, that's we get matches like this.
Shout out to Roxanne Perez. It's a good match. Lyra Valkyria comes out and attacks Becky. So that gives Roxanne Perez the opportunity to go ahead and take the win. So Roxanne Perez is officially in the Money in the Bank ladder match, which makes me very happy because I want to see her
Oh,
succeed so
yeah,
much.
they are pushing her hard because I mean she was in the Rumble for she was down to the final two, so she was eliminated by Charlotte Flair, and I think she was the woman that lasted the longest as well as making her debut on the main roster. And now she's going to be in her first Money in the Bank match. Like I mean, she deserves it. She's worked real hard and she is really good. But the company is also seeing that and giving her the push. So that makes me
Her
very
stock,
happy.
her stock rising, her stock rising. After the Becky Lynch entrance, we had another little small promo where basically we're just, it almost seems like Seth Rollins is telling Logan Paul to lay down if he wins. Like, oh, hey, so, if you win, it might be, in your best interest to let me be the guy. So I think there might be some sprinklings to that. Logan Paul maybe joining the fray a little bit, you know.
Maybe.
We'll see. Then we had a little quick thing. Basically, Sami Zayn just telling Jey Uso, "Hey, I got your back in case anything happens. I got your back. No, 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 I'm there for you, Us." That whole thing, which leads us to our next match. She goes Sheamus against Grayson Waller,
Wow.
and yes, wow, and it goes the way you all think. Not only that it would, but that it probably should. Yeah, there's one point Grayson tries to quit, and Austin Theory straight up stops, like, "No, get back in the ring. I don't want
Yeah.
to."
And then takes 10 beats of the Bowery after and
Man,
that's after taking all the hits to the chest because they were trading blows back and forth. Grayson Waller would hit him really hard and Sheamus wouldn't even flinch.
yeah, just
Oh.
just come on. Yeah, Sheamus kind of back in his old school bag as far
Hmm.
as kind of his attitude. I think we're done with like the brawling brutes and this whole thing and the bar. Even though no disrespect to the bar, him with Cesaro was a good tag team. I
That
like
was a
those.
great tag team when they
Like those
settled
two.
in.
So
Yeah, they
no
were.
disrespect to the bar, but Sheamus, just in his bag. I'm out here. I'm gonna beat someone up, and then I'm gonna keep it moving. I think him and Rusev would be a great
Oh
slobber
yeah,
thing
that'd
if
be
they can
good.
get that worked out. Plus, they'd be two former members of, and what was that group? It was like them two, Del Rio and uh
Oh yeah, uh,
the Wade Barrett. They were a thing, weren't they?
yeah. It was
Some
the
kind of League of Nations or something
League of
like that.
Nations. That's what it was
Yeah, something like
because
that.
they were all from four different countries, and yeah.
Yeah. So that would be a nice little like
Nice
callback,
pull.
I think. Then there was a Michael Cole talked about when he fought John Cena and Cena poured barbecue sauce on him. Charles Robinson was there. Um, Rusev is gonna fight Tozawa next week. Tozawa got blessed with I want to fight
Yeah, he
Rusev.
asked for it.
He
Ever
asked
since he
for
put
it.
Otis down, he asked for it.
Yep. So, and then Chad comes out, talks a little mess, whatever. And this is all again during, I think this was after Sheamus's entrance. So it's just a collection of promos after entrances. Just real interesting. And New Day shows up and basically just, hey, we're gonna tag team titles, getting ready for that whole. I think that's next week. There's a three-man tag championship tag
Oh yeah,
team match.
because they were talking. Chad Gable was in there too, and
Yes, it's
they're like,
it's
"You don't like the War Raiders. We don't like the War Raiders."
right,
So just yeah,
right.
yeah, that's gonna be next week on Raw. Which
That's
again, it's I feel like why are they having a tag team title match on Raw or SmackDown? Like, why can't that be one of the pay-per-view matches?
I don't know. I think maybe I would like to think they're going to hold New Day until a pay-per-view.
I hope so.
We can see another good heel New Day entrance, which would be great. And then, like the Sheamus and Grayson Waller match was brought to us by a Cash App, which is still very weird to hear so much promotion in the middle of wrestling, being more of an old school, but I'm still getting used to it.
Yeah,
Like even the ring, just like there's all these sponsors. Oh
yeah.
God.
And every match at a pay-per-view is has a different sponsor, and yeah, no,
All right.
it's a little weird, but
A little weird. What New day, new way. What are you
roll
gonna
the
do?
punches. What you can do.
And then we had we have a little crossover. Looks like we have a little NBA action.
Yeah.
Um there was a clip of for people who don't there might be some people who watch wrestling that don't watch the NBA. For the kind of person that may or may not know, so Tyrese Halliburton is on the Indiana Pacers, and just went to the they just made it to the NBA Conference Finals. They're going to be playing the New York Knicks, where Jalen Brunson is on that team, and that is the gentleman that was holding a chair, standing next to, I think he was with LA Knight,
Yeah.
and I forget who Halliburton was next to, but uh Tyrese Halliburton is going to be in the new WWE video game, apparently. So good for Tyrese Halliburton. Dreams do come true. So then they let us know about John Cena, R-Truth at Saturday Night Main Event, Drew McIntyre and Priest in a steel cage at
Hmm.
Saturday Night Main Event. Then we'll jump straight. There's Gunther and a Seth Rollins thing, but it was kind of a little promo heavy, just kind of building up stuff for certain things. We're just going to go straight to the next Money in the Bank qualifying women's match. Oh boy, Zoe Stark versus Kairi Sane versus Mommy herself, Rhea Ripley. So the match went how I thought it was going to go. I figured that was Rhea Ripley's to win.
It was.
Now, I thought that when Zoe Stark got hurt, I thought it was a work until they cut to commercial and she was gone. And I was like, oh
Hmm.
no, that was a real injury. So I do not know. I haven't heard or looked up anything further about what happened to Zoe Stark. Do you happen to know? What
So I actually stumbled upon the injury before I actually watched the match. So I
Okay.
knew what was coming. I had seen stills and actually videos of it happening.
Okay.
She goes for her sniper drop kick, I think is what they calls it. So it's basically she does a springboard off the top rope and hits a drop kick. She was going to hit Kairi Sane.
Okay.
So she apparently she's had knee problems with his knee in the past and the way she just landed. Knees were supposed to bend this way, hers went this way. So that those you actually can hear her screaming in pain.
Oh yeah.
It
Oh
was
yeah. That's why I was like, man, it's a good sell.
yeah, yeah. So then that's they cut away, and that's when they start showing the Money in the Bank briefcases and Michael Cole saying,
I
"Oh,
kept waiting for the X, but I guess that's you cut to commercial, then you maybe do
right,"
it
because then
too
you
often.
see
And
the referee calling the doctor, so the doctor's running in and that's when Michael Cole's kind of explaining what's happened. Then it cuts to commercial, comes back, and they're like, "All right, it's Kyrie Sane versus Rhea Ripley in a one-on-one match now."
right.
And
And even then that Matt, you're going, okay, this is mommy's to take home.
yeah, so I
So
haven't looked up yet. I don't know exactly the extent of the injury, but it's not good.
no,
I
no,
just don't
that
know exactly what happened yet. So
looked like she was in some real pain. Well wishes go to Zoe Stark, hopefully for
absolutely,
a fast recovery. Hopefully she's not out too long. I think it was her first match in a while, so
yeah, and
if that was
because the
momentum
other
and it
two,
kind of stops, then yeah, that would be unfortunate. So if she's out for a while, so hopefully she gets a good recovery.
yeah, because the other two that were in that faction was it Pure Fusion Collective.
Yeah, it's
It was
it's her,
her.
it's Shayna Baszler, and I'm trying to remember from the video
It
game.
was Sonya Deville.
Okay,
But
there you go. Yeah,
they released the other two, so Zoe Stark is the only one left.
right.
Same with Kairi Sane. So Damage Control is no more because they released Dakota Kai, and they're not even announcing like Kairi Sane is like representing Damage Control. It wasn't even mentioned when she came
She might
out,
as well just jump back to being the Sky Pirate. That's
which
what
is
I
what
call
she
it.
did. Yeah,
Pirate.
pulled out the bag of gold, and she had the periscope, and yeah, she's full on pirate of the sky again, Sky Pirate again. So
Love it.
yep,
Love it. She should fight Io Sky for who really owns the sky. Sky
right.
Pirate versus the Genius of the Sky. Little
Yep.
sky fight. Then we had a little Rusev promo. Rusev just saying, Tozawa shouldn't have asked for that. I wasn't even about you. But if you want to stick your nose in business, fine. I'm gonna end you like I plan on ending a bunch of people. So bring it on, little man. Which brings us to our main event, which is Braun Breaker versus Jey Uso, non-title match. Just
Title.
Braun Breaker trying to put a hurting on Jey Uso before their match on Saturday. Uh, Before that, we did have a fun little promo
Oh, you went back to that.
where where it looks like Finn is trying to bring Roxanne Perez into the Judgment Day, and so funny. Shout out my boy Goat John Triggs when she's like, "Oh, I brought y'all something." He straight up goes, If she gives him chicken tenders, that'd be mad funny. And sure enough, the box opens
It's a
is
box
chicken.
of chicken nuggets. It's like, what? And then Carlito got a bag of apples.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So I thought that was funny.
Yeah, he was
But
saying what? Because Liv's gone on the movie, so Raquel needs the backup, and now we're even. Or and when she
right,
comes back, now we're even with the 3-3. And he's like, "Let's check with Liv." It's like,
check with
yeah,
Liv.
Liv's fine with it.
He's being movie star. We're all right.
Yeah, she'll be great.
He'll
Great
be
addition to the team. I loved Raquel Rodriguez. Carlito picked an apple out of the bag. Raquel Rodriguez slapped it out of his hand. He
fine.
took his bag, got another apple, and took a bite.
I was waiting for that first laugh from just that's not cool, but
Yeah.
disappointed. But that's all right. And the Braun Breaker Jey Uso match was good. There was a moment where it looked like Paul Heyman wanted to squabble up. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Uh, that was funny. But Seth Rollins interferes. CM Punk runs out. Sami Zayn runs out. Everybody runs out. It's like it's a whole thing. Just building up for this whole thing coming for Jey Uso's big fight. Everybody just trying to give Jey Uso the business. And then CM Punk just reminding everybody, hey, I'm not going anywhere. So just a nice big build up for the CM Punk, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and then Jey Uso, just reminding everybody, hey, these guys are about to fight. Classic wrestling, like, hey, here they are, get ready, frenzy, frenzy, frenzy. So, um, that's pretty much it. That was Raw.
That was
Um, that was Raw in a nutshell. And so, really quickly, I just want to, because we're getting against it, I just want to really quickly say we have real quick run through the matches that we do have. It's Jey Uso versus Logan Paul. That's going to be for the championship. CM Punk, Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker. Cena versus R-Truth, and Priest and McIntyre in a steel cage. Saturday Night Main Event's looking up to be pretty exciting, actually. Pretty
Mhm.
exciting for a little quick run. I look
Yeah, I'm
forward.
sure they'll have another match or two probably announced on SmackDown this week.
Probably they'll probably throw one
Forward.
more out there, and that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah. So that's our weekly rundown, y'all. That's it.
finish out in the
We got things
books.
to do. Y'all got things to do, so we don't want to keep y'all. But Billiam, tell them to do things, man.
Hey, friends, haters, hit those. Go ahead and comment, hit that like button, subscribe to our page. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, what you want to hear, what episodes you want to hear our favorites of. Also, we are on Spotify and Apple Music. Just look for
Boom.
your favorite Section 8 Wrestling podcast and you'll find us. We got new episodes up weekly.
And I just want to send a special shout out to, I think the last time I checked, we were up to, I sent a special thanks when we got to 8 because I thought it was appropriate. But last I looked, I think we were up to at least 10 subscribers. So,
Yeah,
hey, thanks to y'all that have already subscribed. We appreciate y'all so much. Thanks to y'all that have also followed the Instagram page. The followers are growing. The hate is growing in a good way. We love each and every one of y'all. Appreciate y'all so much for the support, man. And please hang in there. We're just going to try to keep this train rolling, getting bigger and better. And we want to take y'all with us, man. So we love y'all and thank y'all. And
absolutely.
that's going to be it for your friends here at the Section 8 Wrestling Podcast. I'm Kills at Wills.
I'm Billiam.
Hey, y'all. We'll see y'all on the next one.
Now, y'all.